Pedro here with A&P-REACTS. I'm here with Tengger Cavalry. How are you guys doing?
How are you guys doing?
Great. Awesome, man.
So you guys are touring through... Sorry?
North America.
North America right now. You guys are touring through North America. You already had a couple of shows in the U.S., a couple of shows in Canada. How's the tour been so far?
It's been pretty great, actually. Yeah. We're happy with everything, the turnouts, the reaction to the set, so that's very good.
Yeah.
So the fan reaction has been pretty good at the shows?
Yeah, mosh pit and stuff. Yeah. You know, people really love it. This is the third stop of the whole tour.
Crowds are good, even though it's cold.
We've been meeting a lot of awesome people who, like Greg said, has been coming out through tough weather every night just to come see us play and come party with us. So it's been a real blast so far.
Probably for Canadians, not tough weather, but I live in Texas, so I don't know.
So from the next stops on the tour, what can fans expect as far as the set lists are concerned? Are you guys playing a mixture of all the records, or are you guys concentrating more on the new album?
It's definitely a mixture of everything.
Yeah.
We have the first part is like folk music, you know, it's like 45 minutes, you know, some traditional Mongolian folk, some, you know, rework of the metal set that we made into a pure folk set, and the rest is like, you know, heavy metal stuff.
And that's the heavy metal set also definitely has a mix of old material and new material. But this is the first tour that the band's doing on the new album CMD, so there is a lot of material from that album being played.
And this is one of the things I wanted to ask you guys about this tour. This is a very extensive tour across North America, about a month-long tour. How hard it is to set up a tour like this for you guys?
It took us a year to set it up. We were supposed to play in Europe last year, but something popped up, so we kind of have to delay it to now. I'm happy that it's finally, you know, at least happened. Yeah.
What's the hardest thing? Is it the logistics to put all the venues together? What are the difficulties for a band like you guys to get a tour like this across North America going? Are there any specific things that you find to be more difficult than others?
Oh, I think, you know, a lot of different elements. You know, teamwork is very important. Everybody get along. Everybody love the music. And also, it's like a lot of legal stuff, a lot of management stuff, and, you know, and you just have to think through it to make sure that you're doing the right thing at the right time. It's really a lot of different stuff to think about. What do you think, Pat?
We also, I mean, personally, from our personal lives, have to orchestrate, make sure we can all set aside the time, set aside the right amount of time to practice for the set. So there's the before and then there's the during, you know, so.
There's a lot of traveling and a lot of coordinating.
Yeah. Traveling, that's one thing I wanted to ask you. How do you guys survive on the road for a month altogether? Does it take a special bond in order to be able to pull it through?
I think so, yeah, definitely. It take, you know, you have to, you know, get along with each other. You know, the teamwork, you know.
Yeah, and you have to love the life as well.
Yep.
It's not for everybody. Not everyone can survive in a van, and not everyone can drive for 8 hours, 12 hours.
Just to play that 2-hour show at the last.
Exactly, yeah.
Both in the van and getting ready for the show, playing the show, no one exists by themselves. So it's teamwork and it's a lot of trust. So no one can just take care of their own stuff. I mean, we all got to work together and trust each other. And it's been great working with these guys.
I'll be an expert in setting up the drums by the end of the tour.
We set up everywhere. We're going to be an expert in each other's realms by the end of the tour, for sure.
So you guys are traveling across North America. Is there any expectations from your end as far as this tour is concerned?
I want to see crowds having fun. I want active crowds who are into it and come out to see something different and having a good time. That's about the simplest of my expectations, yeah.
Yep, keep having fun. Enjoy the music.
If you guys see good crowds, people enjoying themselves, to you, this was a successful tour.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we're here traveling so far, so many hours for them, you know. So it's definitely very.
That's what it's all about. You know?
So far in the shows that you guys played so far, I'm sure fans approach you guys at the end of the show to talk to you guys about the music, about everything that has to do with the band. How has been that communication with the fans, that feedback?
I think it's pretty good. You know, we all try to, you know, have direct, you know, kind of communication nonverbal communication on stage with the audience. You will look into the eye, give them a little thing, and headbang with them. So it's like a conversation without the word through music. And you have to sometimes clap your hand, give them a little bit gestures. We're gonna do this now. So that's kind of what it is. It's like a little conversation, and
And then we're hanging out at the merch booth after and can talk directly. We're
Before and
totally
after.
available and hanging out just like everybody else.
I was just going to ask you guys, so for anybody attending the shows, if they want to get a picture with you guys, an autograph, merch stand at the end of the show is the place to be.
Please.
Please come to merch table. Talk to us. Ask us secret
Support
questions.
the band. It's important.
Yes.
It's important. I want to take it back to the record. You guys released a brand new record earlier in the year.
March.
Yeah, so I want to go back to that time and perhaps that time frame. You guys, your sound is very unique. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of different dynamics within the songs. What is the mindset going into the studio? You guys go to the studio almost with a finished product, or you go in leaving room for things to be added and removed from songs?
I think is you have to jam around it, and you kind of have to sometimes you come up with the folk instrument part first, and then you come up with a riff. Sometimes you come up with the riff first, and then you try to add more folk melody and drum on it. So different songs start with different stuff. For example, the song Senbi, I started with pure just guitar riff. I wanted like some really raw Slipknot sounding, but also more old school, not too new metal. And then after that, I add that folk instrument on top of it. And for other songs like Riding to Grave and Glory, that one start with a fiddle melody. I want something very traditional Mongolian melody. Start with a fifth interval and then jump to third interval, something like that, like a very stereotype Mongolian folk melody. But then I add the metal riff later on to make it more groovy. So it really depends on different songs.
For you, it feels to me that the music is really a huge component of everything. The lyrics are also a component. So my question to you is, how do the lyrics play within the overall song structure? Do you build the songs first and then add the lyrics after?
Yep.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, because it's easier to write lyrics once you have the subconscious laid out there, because emotion kind of sometimes trigger your subconscious. Once you have that, the color, it's easier to draw the little details on the paper, because it's the lyrics only is a reflection of what you're feeling or how your subconscious or conscious is, kind of structure the world. So I think it's easier to have those up there first and then have the lyric later.
Now, for this latest album you guys did you guys been working on the record for a while, or do you guys work on the record constantly, always putting ideas down, writing down riffs, writing down music ideas, lyrics? How did you get to the point where you feel like you're ready to go and record a record?
It really depends. Like for the new single we just came out called Heart, me and Pat, we kind of worked on that song together. So it was like I originally recorded it in my studio, and I messaged Pat, said, hey dude, you want to throw some guitar stuff on it, here's the part, here's this, here's that, figure out what you want. And he just kind of like, okay, I trust him, he has a really good intuition about music. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna play something over here and there, and we kind of came up with something together.
Now I want to ask you your last question. It has nothing to do with the tour or the record, but it has to do with your sound. There are a lot of TV shows out there that have traditional Chinese or Mongolian topics, like Marco Polo, for example, or Iron Fist. When you guys watch a show like that, what is your take on the music that they use as the soundtrack to those shows?
Sure.
And then, hold on, before you answer, then there's a second part to that question is, would you guys ever be interested in working with one of those shows and perhaps creating a soundtrack that you would feel more authentic to the show?
I will answer the second one. He'll answer the first one.
I haven't seen Iron Fist, but Marco Polo has great and very authentic Mongolian music. It's not dissimilar from what we do, except for we have a heavy dose of metal with it. So I love listening to soundtrack music.
The second one, I'll answer the second. Oh, the first. Wait, you said it first.
Yeah, that's okay.
He kind of answers both. I think it's good.
All right, that's good to know. All right, guys, thank you very much for your time. I really want to thank you for taking the time to do this with me. Once again, you guys are on the road right now. I'm going to put on the description of the video, the dates of the shows so that people can check you guys out on the road. Go and check these guys out. See them at the merch stand. Support the band. Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.